everyone. I'm welcoming you all to another exciting episode of Passion Podcast 2.0. Thank you so much, everyone, for your love and support. And today, also, we have a special guest. We have the founder of Engquil, Soumi, with us. So let's welcome Soumi here. So we have Soumi with us, and Soumi is the founder of Engquil. Engquil is the Soumi. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Engquil.
Yes, you are. Yes.
Okay. So Soumi is the founder of Engquil, which is a platform. Very. I have seen your website, so it's a very good platform for all the aspiring IELTS aspirants, right?
Yeah.
And so I was just introducing my audience with your profile. So I would like you to tell about yourself, how you started your career, and if you can share your journey from a school student or maybe a college student to this today where you are operating this company in Quell. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Sandeep, for that wonderful introduction. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Okay. It's an interesting question. How did I start Engquil? Okay. So if I just go back, when I was a small kid, when I was studying in school,
Right.
um, I faced this horrible problem of being a low average student, not doing very well in my examination, and teachers literally had to just give up on me and saying that nothing can happen to this girl and she will not
Okay.
be able to
Okay.
teach anywhere.
Right.
So then after that, yes, my graduation, this is where was my turning point. I loved my college and I studied communicative English from
Mhm.
Gokhale Memorial Girls College. I hope you're aware of it.
Yeah. Very well known and popular college.
Yeah, and I studied communicative English there, one of the subjects which I was really fond of. All right,
Hmm.
and
Right.
when I studied there, so communicative English is a subject which deals with your linguistic and
Hmm.
other aspects, right? And then from that time onwards, I thought that why don't I get into training, because this is something which I really like, because we had to do a lot of projects, by the way.
Right.
So then I started doing some part-time jobs. So when I was in college, I always used to attend interviews. Nobody forced me to do so, by the way. I just used
Yeah.
to attend interviews, and I just wanted to have that feel of how is it, what are the kind of questions that they ask there.
Correct.
And back in those days, BPO that
Yeah.
time so popular, right? So
Right.
I went there, and I got selected, and then I was looking at the trainer. So we all had wonderful trainers there. So when the trainer was teaching, all these phonics, right? All the pronunciation, all the sound,
Accent.
which I have already done in my graduation. That was my honors paper. So why can't I do this, so when we used to have the training session, and the trainer would teach us the sounds, like, I know this, I can go ahead, I can do this. So from that time onwards, I felt, yes, let me just give it a shot. And then I started working, and I got a professional certification. I did my TESOL, I did my CELTA, I did my IELTS TTT program, both from British Council and IDP and other professional certifications. And then I
So,
started.
Swami, I have to interrupt you here. You mentioned TESOL, TOEFL, and CELTA,
Yes,
right? So we
yes,
have many people who might be watching this podcast, maybe aspiring students also. So
yeah.
for their understanding, can you tell what is the full form or what is TESOL, TOEFL, and CELTA?
Hmm. So, see, TESOL is when you have to teach English to other speakers, other language, right? When their native language is not English, okay? Teaching
Right.
English to speakers of other language is TESOL. TESOL is imperative if you really want to become a English language instructor. Same goes
Mhm.
for TEFL also, TEFL. All right.
Right.
Excuse me for a moment, Sandeep. I think I'm getting
Yeah,
some
yeah,
messages. Yeah. And then while you complete this certification is extremely important, as I said, that if you want to teach English, let's say
right.
there is something which is called spoken English. The name spoken English
Yeah,
itself is not proper. It has to be communicative English. So
right,
whoever wants to teach communicative English or English language skills have to go through this.
right,
Okay.
right.
And
Okay,
then CELTA is the highest standard. After
okay,
that, you have Delta. CELTA can be done from British Council as well,
right, right,
and it's something which is extensive. It makes you really strong as a trainer because
right,
the grammar concept, how you need to teach this grammar concept to children.
right,
Not only children, to young adults or adults who are actually who want to go for communicative English. Yeah.
right, right.
So and then your IELTS. So, in case anyone wants to become an IELTS facilitator or a trainer, the person needs to go to either to British Council or ITP and get certified by British Council or ITP, because those things actually give you an idea, isn't it? If you want to teach something, you have to
Yeah,
learn this,
yeah.
and that
I'm
doesn't stop.
interrupting you once again here. So to just to clarify to our audience, just like BA, MA, BEd, similarly to teach in English, you have CELTA, TOEFL, TESOL, Delta, all these
Yes,
certifications, and
yes,
British
yes.
Council and IDP are the board, like just like Calcutta University or IGNU or like other universities, right?
Yes, you can go for your professional certification from British Council. It's wonderful. I mean, any language instructor should get their certification done from British Council. I mean, I might be sounding a little partial, but I'm in love
Yeah,
with British Council though because of the
we
training that they have imparted. Yeah.
right, right, right.
So that's how it started, and now how did I start Engquil? So in 2019, unfortunately, I lost my job because
Okay,
pandemic hit, right? And
right, right.
I'm not in my hometown. I'm not staying with my family. I stay alone, so it was a matter of survival for me, right? I
So
couldn't.
just to for the information of the viewers, I should mention that you are originally from Kolkata, but now you are shifted your base from Kolkata to Bangalore,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And
So I've been in Bangalore for like 11, 12 years now. Yes,
okay, 12 years, it's more than a decade,
more than a decade. Yes,
right?
yes.
So you are a Bangalorean, we can say, right?
Yes, to an extent, yes. But my heart
Yeah,
and soul will always live with Kolkata, city of joy.
right, right,
Bangalore has made me strong as a professional.
correct,
So yes, I have to give credit to both the cities, though.
right,
So I lost my job at that time, and it was
okay,
again a question of survival, and
right,
I couldn't go back. You knew that point in time we couldn't travel, we couldn't go back to our families as well. It was restricted.
right, right.
Uh, and then I started off. You know what?
Which year, which year is this you are talking about?
November 2019 towards the end, and
Okay,
then 2020. When the pandemic just, we all
yeah,
came to know about this,
right,
and I couldn't just go back. I had something in my mind that I don't want to go back, and there was no planning, Sandeep, to be really honest with you. There was no planning, no nothing. One final day, I just said that I just need to do this somehow. Somehow, I need to start teaching by myself because the company just said that they cannot give us salary. But they requested us to work. So that was pretty unfair on their part. But then I thought I will just start it off. And then I had my old students, so I contacted them. I said, if anybody wants to learn communicative English or IELTS, do let me know. And that's the small step that I took at that point in time. And now here I am today. Yeah. So that's the whole journey.
so here is a very interesting question, Swami. I must ask you that in our community, Bengali community, there is a tendency that 9 to 5 job, do a job, get a fixed salary per month. It's a, I will say, mediocre mentality, which is going on for decades and decades. Very few people you will see that they brave enough to start a business of their own, or maybe take some money from their family and start. Very less, and very less. And if I can say, like 1% or 2%, they are very very successful Bengali businessmen. I'm talking about in West Bengal or India, India, and also worldwide. Worldwide, we know because a Bose speaker, Bose speaker. So Amar
Yeah,
Bose, he was
yeah,
the founder. So he was a worldwide, is a renowned
yes.
businessman. But again, I'm talking about the mentality of Bengali community, or especially from this section. You will not see that they are into business. They are more even secured government job or private job or something or the other, right? So how do you came to this thought that you will start something of your own? You must have some obstacles, like family reasons, or maybe friends, or anybody. Maybe you got some discourage from other people. How did you handle, or how did you made your mind? What you told yourself at that time?
Yeah, there were people who constantly discouraged me, who constantly told me that you're not going to make it and you better find for a job. Look for a job and then go for it, as you rightly said. But then I wanted to do something, Sandeep. If you really want something, if you are focused and you think that you really want it, the whole universe conspires to give it to you. All right. You just need to be focused and you just need to have that faith. You said that somebody took money. I mean, most of the business, whoever starts business, they take money from their family and they have that support. I didn't have that support. I didn't ask money. I couldn't ask money from my family, even though they could give, but I didn't ask because I know that the moment I'm going to ask, there would be a lot of questions from their side, and rightly so, because my family would be worried. They are worried about my future. They are worried about, okay, how is it possible? How is she going to do? She doesn't even have a degree in business.
Yeah,
The family, I come from a family where everybody is used to work for government. Now they're retired. So how is it possible? But as I said, that the thing that you really want to do, if you really want something, somehow you will find the way out. You don't just need a very huge marketing to start off with. Teachers, I will talk about, or the trainers, they already have their students all over. So you just one phone call and probably you just say that if anyone is looking for the way that I did. And yes, the mentality, it'll take some time to change, but I do see a lot of females, they have now started their own business. I see Facebook lives, a lot of women, they are into jewelry business, or they are
yeah,
something clothing. And when I look at all these things, I feel so proud. I said, all right, I mean, they're doing something and they're reaching out to everybody using this wonderful platform, you know
correct.
so uh, it's just as a matter of fact that you need to have faith in yourself. People will be there to discourage you all over. No one will be here to encourage. Very few people will be there to encourage you. But if you let those things play in your head, then you will never be able to move forward. As we say that obstacles are important, that's how you grow. If you don't fall, how will you get up? How will you grow? So it's important. You just need to be consistent. You need to have that faith, that believe in yourself, and you just need to move forward. Things will fall into place, and that what has happened with me. So it's just that you need to be in that one place where you tell yourself that I'm going to make it. It's not going back. Okay. So mentality, probably we can hope that it will change. It's changing. It's changing. Society is changing, but it would require a little bit more time for everyone to change and encourage their children. I've always seen they say that, okay, you need to work in a big company. Why can't they say that, hey, you need to become a good businessman? You need to
Exactly.
have your own business. You can do whatever you feel like doing. That flexibility somewhere is not there. It's always you work in an MNC 9 to 5 job, get your salary.
Somewhere I feel the parents are trying them to fit in the society, not go against this. I'm not saying against, but not in following the mass, like what the mass is doing. But always that's not a good option for the person, for the you know
That's
so
not. That's not because I know so many people. They come, so many students of mine. They say that, "Ma'am, I never wanted to work for an IT. I wanted to become a dancer. I wanted to have my own business, but family just didn't encourage me to do so."
yeah.
So I think that it's time that parents started encouraging their children, probably, you know, and give them that support mentally, that and that to have that faith that the person can do something. That is very important. I think there is a lack, there's a dearth of encouragement in our society.
You made a very valid point here that business women, we are seeing many business women, but the journey is not smooth. I am also a very small level, I am also an entrepreneur, so I can relate to you. People thinks that doing business is very easy, having a company is running a company is very easy, everything is so lavish and all. But I want to tell you, those students who are watching this, to managing a company, immediately will not get the success. Initially you might be in loss, and
Yeah,
also it might happen that at the end of the month you will not have money in your pocket to pay your bills. um, you will feel helpless, you will not have food, you have to drink water to sustain the time, so there will be difficult phases. But if you are happy what you are doing, then I believe God also says that okay, you are more powerful in terms of your will, like, so we can have a better plan for you. So I think that struggle comes just to make you a better human being and a better entrepreneur, right? You understand things, that you cannot
absolutely.
take things for granted. In a job you can take things for granted, but in a business, and if you're a startup or an entrepreneur, you cannot take anything for granted. Just like you said that you receive a message, so that message could be of any lead of your, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to miss it.
Yes.
Exactly, exactly.
I think they just need to be consistent and patience. What we lack, sadly, is patience.
Very
And
much.
I mean, the youngsters, they have a very less attention span and they lack patience. But having said that, I have also seen youngsters who are really, really patient and consistent.
Yes.
I have seen that. To give you just a small example,
Sure,
uh,
sure.
I have a student, and the student just told me that I am playing a particular game. I said, okay. Now I want to reach a certain level. I said, for how long have you been playing this game? The particular game that he has been playing. He said, it's been 6 years, ma'am. So I saw that, okay, he's consistent. He wants to reach that level. In the same way, if there are many youngsters who would like to start their own business, right? If they are just little bit of patience and have faith in themselves, yes, there will be obstacles there. There was time where I didn't get any student, and there was no money with me, all right, and it was that maybe I need to give up on
Swami,
my dream.
I want to ask you here that you said that no students, no money. What you
Yes,
told yourself at that point of time? Because it happens very quickly, right? That you give up, and because
yes,
the challenge is such that you see a job, fixed salary, you are going
yes,
or not going, you will get something in the end.
yes,
But
yes.
here, if you don't have the student, there's no money, right? So what
Yes.
you told yourself in those moments when you feel like giving up, giving up, giving up, what was the source of inspiration for you at that point of time?
Sandeep, I would have, if I had to give up at that point in time, I would have easily gotten a job. But I just told to myself that I didn't start just to give it up. I didn't start something to give up. So I have to be, I always used to tell myself that I need to be patient. I know I'm repeating, but this is what that has worked for me. And I had faith in myself. When people said that I couldn't do it, this will not run, students will not come, you do not have an investor, you do not have the money. But I just told myself, I know to give quality. People are looking for quality. I have quality, I have education, and I am patient as a person. My time will come. I don't want to give up so quickly. I really want to make something. So I think that was, I had to encourage myself. There was no one to encourage me.
Right, correct. Self
Some people,
motivation.
yes, self motivation. Some people might have some friends who would encourage them or their family members. In my case, I think universe wanted me to encourage, to
Right,
self motivate, and so that I could learn the hard ways, and then I shouldn't give up. That was the
correct.
only thing I told myself. To be really honest with you, yeah.
Right, right. So now here comes the most important part of our session, that you are also a trainer and I am also a trainer, right? So
Mhm.
people have this belief because they have seen the government teachers they teach in the schools, that teaching is a very easy job and you just need to sit there and you need to dictate and that's all, right? But I want to tell those people that you are accountable for the performance at the students. For you, it's more because I'm not teaching IELTS students now, but you are teaching, so they come to you for the marks, right? The band score. So those who don't know what's this band score, is like in IELTS you have to get some scores like in reading, listening, writing, and speaking. Am I right?
Yes.
And you have to get like how much is the standard like band score and
See, it's out of nine. All right. Now, if a person wants to go immigrate to another country, applying for PR to Canada, let's say, then his score should be 8,777. I mean, eight in listening, seven in reading, seven in writing, and seven in speaking out of nine band score. And if someone is going abroad to study for higher education,
Hmm.
then an overall 8 to 8.5 band score is wonderful, and no student should get anything less than 6.5 in individual modules.
and how difficult it is to get 8?
No, it's nothing is difficult, Sandeep. It requires practice, guidance, dedication, and then there have been students who have gotten wonderful score. Yes, you just need to be again give IELTS some time and love IELTS for a month. I know there are many students, they're engineers, and they just tell me, "Ma'am, I just wish I attended my soft skill training session when it used to happen in college." I'm sure you know that in colleges they have soft skills training sessions or English grammar sessions and stuff. So it's not so difficult. I mean, I'm not saying it's very easy, but it's not. Nothing is difficult, Sandeep. With guidance and practice, people can get the score. Yeah, but you
Yeah.
need
So
to have
with this,
general English. I mean, the knowledge in general English should be strong, or else you will not be able to perform well. So, who are looking for IELTS, they should know their grammar, at least their grammar in their tenses, subject, verb, agreement, the important grammar lessons that should be, they should know about this before going
they
for
should
IELTS.
have the basic concept clear
Yes,
of
yes.
spoken English, right?
Yes, yes, very important. And grammar, uh, there are few units in grammar. They should have proper knowledge about it. Uh, People nowadays don't read, but then I would definitely tell the students to read any article, anything that they want. It could be anything about civilization or technology, any article or newspaper. Newspaper, reading newspaper every single day, writing down those vocabulary, trying to find out the meaning of the word, the synonyms and the antonyms and the parts of speech of a particular word will immensely help to get a good score in IELTS. That's for sure.
Right. So what is a typical day in a trainer's life? especially when you are training one-on-one session.
Oh, it's
And
hectic. It's quite hectic. I would really love to tell those individuals who say that teaching is just a piece of cake. It's not. It's definitely not. It's every day you're giving presentation in front of your students, and you're accountable for your students' performance. It's pretty hectic. I start my day at 6:30 in the morning and finish by 10:30 p.m. I have a break of 1 hour in between just to quickly grab something, and then so it's pretty hectic, and it's more hectic because as you know that Engquil is something that is my brainchild, and I cannot have when you're starting something new, you cannot tell yourself that I'll work only for 11 hours or 10 hours. You initially you have to work more to
to build
make
a
it. I
brand,
mean,
yeah.
yes, to give it to, so that you accommodate more students and people know about you. So you cannot tell any student that I don't have time right now. That's not very good. When you have a team, then you don't need to work. You can take few hours of classes, but typically a trainer's day is extremely hectic because the trainers need to first go through what they have to teach, and going through the essay answers every single day.
So how many students you are teaching on a regular basis in a normal day?
Oh, I guess close to 40 students.
It's a 40, right?
Yes.
So it's a hell lot of a student. Like 40
Yes.
students, it's like 20 hours,
Uh, it's some
close to
classes
20 hours.
are, yeah, some classes are group classes and some are individual classes.
Okay. Then also
So,
I think 15, 16 hours.
it's close to, yeah, it's close to 13. There have been days where I taught 14 hours also.
Mm. So you feel like sometimes headache and all this stuff, right?
Yes.
Because I am also a trainer, so I know what are the challenges. You feel like not speaking up, but the student is there, so you have to.
Yes,
Um,
and
yeah.
and I don't know if it happens to you or not. It has happened to me that you're talking and then suddenly for a second or 2 seconds you're just blank,
Yes,
and
yes,
then
it
again
happens.
it's extreme pressure. It's so much of talking involved, and to be honest, when we are teaching, we cannot be lethargic, and we are just okay, open page number 102. We
No, no,
can't
we
do
cannot do that.
that.
We
We
can't
cannot.
afford
So
to do that.
yes, we can't afford to do that. So every class you need to have that 100% energy that you're giving to a student. At the end of the day, you feel like you don't want to listen to anybody, you don't want to talk to anybody, you just need to hit the sack, and you get up in the morning and again you prepare for your lesson, although we have experience, but still we don't go to the classroom unprepared. So it's difficult. Teaching is difficult. I don't know, whoever is saying that those who can't do can teach is absolutely wrong, by the way. They need to change their mentality.
Many people have this conception that okay, you're working from home, then okay, it must be very relaxing, must be very easy going job for you.
How
So
is it relaxing if you are just okay? So let's take someone else who is going to office, is traveling, going to office, working for 12 hours, and we are doing the same thing. How is it relaxing? We are sitting in front of the system and we are talking continuously. It's not at all relaxing, and it's just not that you can give the task and sit. It's
no,
not
no,
like that at
truly,
all.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so it's no, it's a wrong concept, by the way. Whoever is saying that work from home is easier than working from office, no, it's not that. I think work from home is wonderful because you don't waste your time in front of the mirror and trying to think what you're going to, how you're going to dress up, and then your transport. Your
Mm.
productivity increases. That what is my perception, though others might disagree. But I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it,
totally
yeah.
agree with you on this. And so, what do you see as the role? I mean, the future of communication. Communication is always important. Now, I want to be very specific here because speaking English is another thing, and having a good communication skills is another, right? I might be a, I have good command over my mother tongue, but I cannot articulate it properly. Choice of words you can say, or uh, in Bengali we call bachon bhongi, right?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
how to develop this communication skills? What do you think, and what is the future of this communication? There is a survey, Swami, where all the HR, they have done a survey, and they found out 85% they say that soft skill is important, and only 15% said hard skill is important to get a job and to sustain in that job. In
Absolutely.
soft
Yes.
skills, number one is communication. So how to develop this articulation, proper articulation? What do you see the future of communication?
See, to answer the first question, how to develop the articulation, I'm going to say a very simple thing. The more you listen, the better you speak. The more you read, the better you write. Okay, that's what every individual needs to do: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. So,
Right.
without listening, no one can become a good speaker. Impossible.
Mm.
Got to listen to
Mhm.
podcasts, you listen to TED Talks, you
Right.
listen, you don't watch it with subtitles on, then that is not going to work out. You have to
Right.
just listen. And the moment you listen, you come across so many words, right? And then you
Right.
find out the meaning of the words, and then next you try to implement those words while you are going to speak. So that is important.
Right.
Now the next question of yours, that what is the future of communication? It's huge. As you said, that soft skill is imperative to sustain in a job wherever you are going, because if you just don't know the etiquette or the ethics or the sentences, what you must say, what you mustn't say, then it is going to become difficult. So any college students where they have the soft skills classes or interview preparation or GD preparation classes, those are very, very important, because without those, see, what happens, Sandeep, is the person will be able to show the skill once he crosses that telephonic round, right? Once the first call comes from the company about, tell me something about yourself, and there if you cannot just answer, then how are you going to move forward to the next round where you're going to show your technical skills or other skills that you have.
Right. Right.
So the future, I mean, the communication skills cannot be ignored. It just cannot be ignored. And I think every individual, be it student or professionals, they have to just feel the importance of communication, because soft skills is something that cannot be ignored. So
Right.
I think
Right. Very. Yeah. Yeah. You have submitted up. Now, since you are working as a trainer also, and you are also is the founder and handling this company also, so you must have seen somebody, right, that who are doing it successfully, or you got the inspiration from someone. Do you have anybody whom you look up to as a person, or from where you get the source of motivation, I might say?
I look up to late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam,
Okay.
and the things what he said, the very simple man, and someone who is highly educated, someone who is so simple but immense knowledge, and led life. Have you seen that so many people were fond of him? So many people used to love him
Yes.
because he was
Such a simple
some.
man, but
Yes, yes,
yeah.
and I have never seen him discouraging. I would like to say, I would like to mention here something, that I was watching a clip,
Sure.
and he was there, and there were a lot of Malayali students there, and one small Malayali guy just said that, sir, I want to talk to you, but my English is not good, and he didn't discourage. He just said that you can speak in Malayalam, but you talk to me. He was a great, great teacher, and he said a few things which probably it's something where I get my inspiration from, you know and I look up to him seriously, because such a great soul, such a simple man, and so humble. He was so humble that If
You
you
men-
tell me from where inspiration, then Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Yes.
you mentioned he's a great teacher, but I will also would like to add he's a great leader.
Oh
He's an
yes,
example of a great leader, because in
yes,
our world we have very less leaders. We have many managers, we have many people, but leaders, great leaders, are very less, very few, and he was one of them. Not because
yes,
in politics, I'm talking about his journey from how he started off from a school and college struggle, and then he became the missile man of India. So all the stories, I mean, launching of satellites or missile, all those failures, the way he portrayed, I mean, amazing, amazing.
yes,
Really rarely we see such a wise person with such simplicity and love for teaching and encouragement, as you mentioned,
yes.
encouragement, and all the qualities of a great leader were.
Qualities, yes. Absolutely, Sandeep. Absolutely. He was indeed a great leader. And as you said, there's a huge difference between a leader and a boss, as we say, or a leader and a manager. And he was a leader and he was loved by, I don't see, I haven't met anybody who is
Who
not
is
fond of,
creative? Yeah, nobody.
yeah, no one, no one. Such a great soul. So, yes. Loads of things to learn from him, though.
Yes, very much. He passed away giving when he was giving a speech. He passed away. So he passed away working,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So now, Swami, I want to bring one very important aspect of our discussion. Mental health has become a huge topic, especially in the last 2 years, because of the pandemic. Earlier also it was there, but people don't used to, I mean, I have not seen that people used to talk about it. Even I recently I went to Joe's talks and I gave my speech, so I mentioned there that I was suffering with depression and I went through depression, so I know how it feels like. But there are not only depression, there are many other issues also of mental health. So why you think that the society is so much abate to talk about this mental health issue? If somebody says that I'm suffering with depression or I'm not feeling mentally well, then people say he needs to see a doctor or someone. And why it's like a stigma still in 21st century? Why you feel that in our country it has become such a big stigma that many people has to commit suicide, and because they can't handle it anymore? And I have seen that very closely, so I can relate to their level. So especially in the COVID lockdown, many cases came out, and psychologists, counselors, they did it. And now in the society people know this is also very important. So why it's like that? Do you have you given any thought, or maybe you have gone through such some things which mentally drained you as a person?
See, it makes me wonder, Sandeep, that let's say, if I'm suffering from fever, I go to a doctor, right? If I'm suffering from anything else, I go to a doctor. But if I want to go to a counselor, if I want to talk to the counselor, as you said, that why is it still people have to say, oh, okay, I think she might be crazy. I think he might be crazy. That's why he is going to the doctor. It shouldn't be. It's such an unfortunate thing. It shouldn't be, because there are many, many people who are not able to talk, not able to express, because they think that society is going to make a joke out of him. Though I must mention here that there are many cases, or there are wonderful counselors, they're helping out people, and people are coming out, they are talking about depression because it's a serious issue. So uh,
Yeah.
don't know the reason why they do it, but I think they must stop doing it, because if someone is going through depression, that person shouldn't be just said, oh, okay, it'll be fine. You better take that person to somebody where he can talk, he can or she can express, and then
Mhm.
something where you can save that person. There are a lot of people who have lost their lives, as you said.
Yes.
So it's better to at least help that person out, and uh, stop labeling that person. I think high time our society did that. And
Right.
I guess, as I said, that there are a lot of wonderful jobs that the counselors and the doctors are doing. And every single day
Right.
we come, we read stories about that, online,
Yes.
anywhere on any of the websites or social media sites. So I think, yeah, yes, I think it's an issue that needs to be addressed, and it shouldn't be just left hanging there.
Right. One more important questions for this evening's podcast is, what life? I ask these questions to all the guests. So, what life has taught you so far?
Oh,
If you have to sum it up, like three important lessons of whatever your experience is so far.
lots. One, never to judge. Two, to have faith and believe in yourself. And three is just to spread positivity. Don't listen to negative people. Don't pay heed to what negative people are saying or any kind of negative things which you see, the comments and all that. Don't let that affect you, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it is you. You have to work, you have to pay your bills, and you just do good karma. That's all. I think these three things I have learned from life. So just to sum it up, in these 3 points that I can say, it's all about positivity, all about good karma. Just don't listen to negative people, and never to give up on life. You should never ever give up, because it's too short. And do exactly what you feel like doing. You feel like having an ice cream today, go and have an ice cream. It doesn't matter. Don't regret. So I think these are the things that life has taught me. Yeah.
Also, one more thing which is very close to my heart is that society dictates and tells you what to do, right? Especially you are in school, then you college, they say you want to become a doctor, you want to become an engineer. Why they can't say that you can become a teacher, you can found a company, you can become an IELTS trainer, you can become a CELTA certified trainer, and after that they say they dictate that this is the age of your marriage, you should get married. After you get married, 1 year passed away, they say you should have children, as if we have come here to produce like a, you know what I'm trying to say. So this is a, it's like kind of a formula which is going on, and if somebody is not filling that formula, they are trying to label that person, and also they try to attach I mean detach is the right word from somehow they are, so they, I mean they, and those people who are, I'm not saying that it's wrong, it's definitely a natural process, but again I feel that those person who are doing it, I see many people are into this and they have lost all the creativity and everything, and they are also like gossiping and backbiting and like backstabbing. All these things are like, what to say, like there is a very famous quote that average great people discuss ideas, average people discuss events, and below them they discuss people. So it's a huge thing is there. So I want to ask you, you have formed this company like Engquil. So,
Engquil.
right. So, did you always thought this name, or is it something you developed through research or something?
It took me 1 year to come up with a name that I wanted to give. So Engquil, basically, you know what is quill? Quill is a feather pen, right? But before, people
Right,
used to use that feather pen. So I said
right,
that, no, I don't want to give my name. I don't want to just use my name. I probably use something which is with education, related to education. So I was talking to a very good friend of mine, and she helped me out. So we both were brainstorming, and she said, "Okay, how about this?" and we were trying to find out certain names, but then we fixed on this name and said, okay, fine, then let's be Engquil, because just like you, there were others also. They asked me, what is the meaning of Engquil? Can I mean, why did you choose Engquil? And then
Yeah.
I have to say that, okay,
Difficult names to pronounce.
yeah, but then you see, Sandeep, if someone doesn't know what is the meaning of quill, even through the name that I have chosen, they would come to know one new vocab maybe, that
Yeah.
okay, this is a quill, this is quill. So quill is the feather pen what people used to write before, and eng is definitely English. So that's how we came up with this name. Yeah.
Right. Very creative. Uh, and I want to ask you that since I can say that it's a startup, right? You have
Yes.
founded this company very recently,
Yes.
and you are managing this company by your own, right?
Yes.
So, what are as a trainer, you mentioned that there are certain challenges that you have to face in a daily basis. But as an entrepreneur or as a founder or as a startup owner, what kind of operations related challenges that you have to deal with at the same time when you are teaching students?
Yes. So see, operation sometimes is about, one is fund. Second is, let's say that if I have placed an ad and people are calling me, let's say, to know about the course or something,
Fees
that is
and all.
something. Yes, that's something which is challenging. And you have a target that every month I need to get these many number of students. See, when we used to work, we were bothered only about our salary. We were never bothered about how many students we have in the classroom. You see, every trainer will say that we're not okay. That's the company's job to give. So now, how to get the enrollment of the students? How to help them out when they have to book for the examination. There are million challenges every single day. There will be month where you will not get. There's a lean period in business every single time. There will be month where you will not get a single student. Now, how are you going to sustain? So these are the challenges that any person who have started their business will face.
Okay. So basically, we have discussed all the topics, I think, which will be important. So now we will going to wrap up very soon. But many aspiring students are watching who might want to take classes from you, or they might want to become IELTS trainer, CELTA trainer, or they might want to give exams. How should they reach to you?
So I have my website, which is
Okay,
engquill.com. So on my
right,
website, everything is linked there. I have my contact details and everything. So if the student wants, they can directly call me. They can go through my YouTube videos.
right.
They feel like, and can definitely attend a demo session with me, and that's how they can reach. So it's very easy. Everything is given there. The email ID, the phone number, all the social media handles are linked, so shouldn't be a problem.
I will also ping it on my Facebook page so that they can click the link and they can visit there to
Okay,
if they
thank you
want
so
to
much,
connect with
Sandeep.
you. Yeah,
Thank
you're
you for
welcome.
doing that. Yeah.
And one more thing is, if somebody wants to become a trainer, just like me or you, um, what should they do and how should they start? And if they want to become IELTS trainer or if they want to become a CELTA certified trainer, what is the scope? Like how much they can expect? I'm not saying to tell me a number, but is it something that they can do and sustain this in this world? Like nowadays we see a heavy price rise and everything, but everybody cannot open a company like you. Everybody cannot be so brave or they don't want to take risks. Can they become IELTS trainer and they can live a happy life, like just like a government job? And yeah,
See, in government job, you have certain PF and all those things that are there in government job. But if you, that's a different sector altogether. But then if you want to become a
government
trainer,
job means I'm talking about any kind of job. It could be private also, but if yeah,
if you go to a good company, see, a lot of MNCs, they require soft skill trainers. Am I right? So there are two things. One is soft skill trainer, another is ESL trainer, and one is IELTS trainer. So soft skill trainer, whoever, you have to teach them English language skills as well. So that has got a very good scope, by the way. Okay, now let's come to Ielts trainer. So only getting certification doesn't help you. You need to go, you need to check for yourself. You need to go for the test and you need to see how much do you score. If you don't score higher marks in IELTS, how are you going to teach the students? So my advice to them will be that of course you get trained by the bodies, British Council or ITP Australia, or there might be other bodies which and then you go for your IELTS exam,
Right.
and then get the score. And that can be done. Again, it has a good scope. And when you become an ESL teacher, you can teach students from all over the world whose mother tongue is not English, whose native language is not English. There are many students, they're looking for quality English trainers. So there also, now see, in this age of technology, I mean, you teach online, you reach to so many students, right?
Right.
Geographical barrier is not at all a barrier anymore right now, I feel.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So they can get, a certified, the TESOL, get TESOL certified or TEFL certified. It will help them to structure their sessions. And I am sure the teacher would definitely understand how there is a turn, 360-degree turn in the way that they used to teach. It's amazing. So that also can be done. And yes, the scope is high. Yes, it is high. People can go for this. I don't really want to discourage anyone. People can go for this. They can work. They can earn good money. They can teach people. They can go for freelancing. Scope is huge. You just need to know the proper way and get certified, get experience, and definitely you're going to get calls from various clients. That is sure.
So you are suggesting that if anybody wants to become a trainer, they can work with a company or an organization for initially, and then once they are experienced enough, they can do their own like a freelancer, as you mentioned. Yeah.
Yes, freelancing is huge. People, there are so many people they are going for freelancing. Sandeep, I'm sure you must have realized that or noticed that. There are so many people going for freelancing. They're pretty happy. They're doing wonderful job, and whoever wants to go for it can go. So there is no stopping them. You just need to get certified so that you get the call from the company and you give a amazing demo session to them and sort it.
Two questions to finish with, and two are not in the serious note. What do you want to tell the haters? Like, maybe you have haters in your life. Everybody does.
Yeah.
What message you want to give to your haters who are seeing you at this stage of your life as a successful trainer or a founder of Engquil? Because I
No.
read today that haters actually stalk you more than your well wishers.
Yes, yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. I have nothing to say. I just wish them they have their peace of mind and they get whatever they want to get in their life. I have nothing else to say, and I think they can do better things in life other than hating.
Because of the haters, we are here, right? Whatever we
Yeah,
have.
I mean, let them, Sandeep, I can only wish them all the best, and I can only wish them that let universe give them peace of mind. That's all I can say. Nothing else I can tell them, and maybe they can. I don't know. I think
No
that is all.
matter, no matter what you can do, they are not satisfied. They always have a
But why
different.
do we have to? Yeah, but then we don't need anyone's approval, do we?
No,
The
I
thing
mean
is
they
that
will not agree with you on any terms.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if they want to agree or they don't want to agree. All that matters is, even if they are posting some comments, you just ignore it. You just follow your goal, your path, and let them do their job. It is their job, let them do. But the moment you give importance to haters,
They
you will
become
start
powerful.
feeling sick.
Yeah.
They become powerful and you will start mentally, you will start feeling sick. So my advice would be, there will be haters everywhere. Okay, you read the comments, it's fine, just ignore it. There might be people who might give you feedback, take that constructively and move on with your life. Let them do whatever they feel like doing. It shouldn't stop us.
Right. And since you are from Kolkata, the city of joy, what is the best place in Kolkata, or maybe your childhood memory or anything which you can relate at this time age also, or maybe when you come back you go there or have fun or anything, like any experience of yours about city of joy?
Oh, there are so many. Uh,
You can share
having those
only
wonderful.
one because we are
I
short of
think I
time.
think I think I think I still remember that during my college time, and when we used to get that that lunch break, and it was very close to Victoria Memorial, my college. So we all used to go to Victoria Memorial, share our lunch with everyone, sit there and come back. I think at this moment I can only think of that because there was plain and simple joy and love and positivity around. There was no uh,
Hustle
nothing
bustle.
negative. Yeah, there's nothing negative. We all used to have fun, and the best part is we used to share our food. By the way, so we used to have, whatever I have gotten from my house, I used to give it to my friend, and I used to even take her share, and used to say that please tell Kakima, in Bengali we always say please tell aunt or Kakima to bring this, to make this for us. Life was pretty much simple that time. So I think I missed that, and that was the fondest memory I can think of right now. Yeah.
And any message to any budding woman entrepreneur or any entrepreneur who wants to become a entrepreneur, or omens, like any woman you want to give any message who are thinking that they cannot achieve something because of the stigma of the society or maybe pressure from family, or especially in the rural areas, those who are watching?
I would just like to say you can do it. That's all. Plain, simple, clear, sweet,
But they
and
are
short.
not able to do because of the pressure of the family, like male
Yes,
dominated, so they don't allow. What should
yes.
they do?
Uh, uh, See, as I said, Sandeep, again, there will be obstacles from everywhere. Life isn't fair, is it?
Right,
It's not bed of roses, is it? So
right.
even if there are obstacles that you have, you just need to focus. You just do exactly what you feel like doing. Things will work out. As I said, if you want something, the whole universe conspires to give it to you. You want whatever you want, that needs to be strong enough. So anyone who wants to have their own business, there will be a lot of obstacles. Yes, just be focused and just tell yourself that you can do that. If not today, tomorrow. I am not going to
Right.
say anything that because of the obstacles they cannot do. No, they can.
Right. So,
That's
me
what
on
I.
that note, I would like you to, I would like to thank you once again for coming as a guest speaker in Passion Podcast 2.0 episode 3. I approached many people. I got many rejections, but you are also one of the person who said yes when I told you the first time that we want to do it without thinking or without any hesitation. So thank you once again for making this podcast enriched with your wisdom and knowledge. I hope many students who are watching they will benefit it. And if anybody want to get in touch with you, I'll give you the link. I'll give the link of your website so they can get in touch with you. So, in that note, I wish you all the best in your career, your company, and your training. And we'll meet again. We'll see you. And I wish all the best to all our viewers who are watching this podcast. So that's all. See you
Sandeep,
in a
it was
new.
indeed a pleasure. It was indeed a pleasure. And we'll see you all soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.